The footage seemed ordinary at first. Investigators had spent 2 days reviewing surveillance recordings after a secure evidence storage facility reported an unauthorized access event. Several pieces of digital evidence connected to a major fraud investigation had disappeared less than 48 hours before they were scheduled to be presented to prosecutors. Whoever took them knew exactly where they were stored, how to bypass security layers, and how to leave without raising immediate suspicion. Analysts gathered footage from more than 70 cameras throughout the facility. Most revealed nothing useful, but one captured a figure near the restricted area shortly before the theft. The individual wore dark clothing and a baseball cap, obscuring much of the face. Despite the poor angle, there was enough facial visibility for investigators to run the image through a facial recognition system. Within seconds, the software generated a match. The confidence score was 97.8%. According to the system, the individual was Daniel Mercer, a 38-year-old information systems consultant with no significant criminal history and no obvious connection to the stolen evidence. The score was high enough that investigators initially believed they had found their suspect. Then everything fell apart. A separate team reviewing Mercer's background discovered he could prove he was somewhere else entirely. Employment records showed he was attending a corporate conference nearly 600 miles away. Flight records confirmed his travel. Hotel logs verified his stay. Mobile phone location data placed him at the conference venue. Witnesses remembered interacting with him. And video recordings showed him giving a presentation at almost the exact time the theft occurred. The contradiction was impossible to ignore. The facial recognition system insisted Mercer had been captured on camera outside the evidence storage facility. Every other piece of evidence proved he had not. Investigators first suspected a software error. Then they questioned the image quality. They examined the possibility of database corruption. Yet every review produced the same result. The confidence score remained unchanged. The biometric measurements aligned. Multiple verification checks confirmed the identification. Everything pointed toward Mercer except the overwhelming evidence proving he was elsewhere. The theft itself was part of a larger financial fraud investigation involving shell companies, falsified invoices, and millions of dollars in suspicious transactions. The stolen evidence contained records investigators believed were critical to the case. Because Mercer had once worked as a contractor on network infrastructure connected to the facility years earlier, investigators considered whether he could somehow be involved. The connection was weak, but it existed. Specialists began reviewing how the facial recognition system reached its conclusion. Modern systems analyze facial landmarks, proportions, eye spacing, jaw structure, and dozens of other biometric markers. According to the software report, the surveillance image contained enough data to produce a highly reliable comparison. Mercer ranked far above every other candidate in the database. Nothing suggested a technical malfunction. At the same time, investigators continued verifying his alibi. Every new record strengthened it. Conference registration documents, surveillance footage, financial transactions, transportation records, and witness accounts all confirmed he had never been near the facility. One team trusted the biometric match. Another trusted the timeline. Both possessed compelling evidence. Neither could explain the other. Then analysts discovered something unexpected. While reviewing previous recognition logs, they found that Mercer's profile had appeared in the system several times over the previous 4 years. The incidents occurred in different cities, involved unrelated investigations, and were ultimately dismissed because Mercer had always been verified as being somewhere else. At first, the matches seemed coincidental, but as investigators examined the pattern, a disturbing possibility emerged. What if this was not a single mistake? What if the system had been identifying Mercer repeatedly for a reason? The more records they reviewed, the more one question refused to disappear. If Daniel Mercer was never there, why did the system keep recognizing him?